Abandoned celebrity mansions that can't sell for any price. What happens when the homes of the rich and famous turn into nightmares? These once lavish celebrity mansions, symbols of wealth, power, and success, now sit abandoned, crumbling, and unsellable, no matter the price. From eerie ruins to homes haunted by scandal and tragedy, these estates tell shocking stories of fortune lost and dreams destroyed. Why can't these extravagant properties find a buyer, even at a bargain? Stay with us as we uncover the chilling secrets behind abandoned celebrity mansions that no one wants to call home. David Gilmour's Hook End Manor. Constructed in 1580 as a residence for the Bishop of Reading, Hook End Manor remains a striking example of historic architectural charm. Over time, the estate experienced numerous expansions, with additions made intermittently from the 1920s through to 1972. During this transformative period, a recording studio was added to the property, setting the stage for a significant shift in its purpose. This feature eventually caught the attention of David Gilmour, the legendary musician who would later claim the estate as his own. David Gilmour, celebrated for his masterful guitar playing and pivotal role in Pink Floyd, acquired Hook End Manor in 1980. Leveraging his extraordinary talent and accomplishments, Gilmour reimagined the storied estate as a hub for musical creativity. As a cornerstone of Pink Floyd, he made an enduring impact on the music world with hits like Fat Old Sun, Breathe, A Pillow of Winds, Money, Goodbye Blue Sky, and Wish You Were Here. Many of these iconic tracks were brought to life within Hook End Manor, further enriching its already storied heritage. Within the mansion's 11 bedrooms, Gilmour found inspiration, surrounded by an array of vintage instruments, advanced recording gear, and the tranquil expanse of its 25-acre grounds. For 7 years, Hook End Manor was more than a home. It became a creative sanctuary for Gilmour's musical pursuits. However, this chapter came to a close in 1987, when he and his wife made the poignant decision to part ways with the estate that had fostered so much artistry. Today, Hook End Manor stands empty, quietly holding the echoes of the music and memories that once resonated through its walls. But what led to the mansion's desolation? As we delve further into the history of Hook End Manor, a chilling revelation comes to light, offering a glimpse into its shadowy past. In 2020, an unsuspecting visitor made a startling discovery in the house's basement, a headstone that unveiled a century-old tragedy. The gravestone bore the name of a young boy, Jack, who had tragically passed away in 1909 at the age of just 8. This discovery has profound implications, stirring speculation about the possibility of paranormal activity within the mansion. Many theorize that the restless spirit of young Jack may have contributed to the mansion's unnerving atmosphere. Whispers of ghostly encounters began to circulate, suggesting that David Gilmour and his wife might have been compelled to leave due to the supernatural disturbances they allegedly experienced. While no official confirmation exists, the timing of their departure in 1987 has sparked curiosity, especially in light of the headstone's discovery. Could it be that Gilmour's wife, unsettled by the mansion's eerie energy, insisted they leave? Locals and historians familiar with Hook End Manor's past have shared tales of strange events and inexplicable occurrences. The presence of Jack's spirit, forever tied to the basement, adds a haunting element to the already mysterious narrative of this abandoned estate. David Gilmour's departure marked the closing chapter of an era at Hook End Manor. Since then, the once majestic mansion has been left to decay, its splendor fading with time. Yet the haunting memory of its hidden tragedy and the possible link to Gilmour's exit continues to loom over this abandoned celebrity home, leaving its legacy shrouded in mystery. Walking through the desolate halls of Hook End Manor feels like stepping back in time. The grandeur that once defined these spaces has crumbled, yet traces of the memories made here remain intact. Urban explorer Jeff Johns, renowned for capturing the coexistence of beauty and decay, ventured into the forsaken mansion. His photos offer a haunting window into the past, a grand staircase, vintage dressing tables, and piano chairs that once seated the famous and gifted. These forgotten artifacts, untouched for decades, stand as silent witnesses to the lives that once flourished within these walls. It's remarkable to consider how such treasures of historical and sentimental value could be abandoned, left to fade into obscurity. The draw of exploring these deserted places lies in the opportunity to reconnect with the echoes of a cherished home, to uncover fragments of stories long past. If you're in it for the whole ride, hit 1 in the comments. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's next. P. Diddy's Atlanta mansion. Meanwhile, P. Diddy's abandoned estate tells a different story. Sean Combs, known globally as P. Diddy, purchased an opulent Italian Baroque-style mansion in the suburbs of Atlanta during the early 2000s. Featuring 8 bedrooms and 16 bathrooms, the sprawling property epitomized luxury and success. Its lavish design included vast grounds, sparkling crystal chandeliers, and cutting-edge amenities, showcasing P. Diddy's dominance in the music world. However, the 2008 housing crisis disrupted his plans for a massive renovation. Financial challenges arose, and the vision of transforming the mansion into a modern marvel fell apart. Despite his wealth and accomplishments, P. Diddy couldn't prevent the estate from falling into disuse, sealing its fate as yet another symbol of unfulfilled dreams and abandoned grandeur. Stepping into the mansion, the first thing that catches the eye is the grand staircase, now missing several of its bars. Once a symbol of architectural splendor, it has become a somber emblem of the neglect that has overtaken this once luxurious home. Stretching across multiple floors, the staircase now exudes an eerie, desolate charm. Moving deeper inside, the living room comes into view, its walls now covered with vivid graffiti. What was once a space of refinement and opulence is now a canvas for urban art, a striking contrast to the polished elegance it once embodied. The kitchen tells an equally heartbreaking story. A room that likely buzzed with culinary activity now lies in complete ruin, with dust blanketing every surface and furniture that appears broken and forgotten. The decay of this once vibrant space, where the aroma of freshly prepared meals must have lingered, is particularly poignant. Among the mansion's most notable features is a crystal chandelier, now cloaked in cobwebs. Once a dazzling focal point, it now hangs as a silent testimony to time's relentless march and the abandonment of this once great estate. Stepping outside, the back deck provides a view of what was once a 60,000-gallon saltwater pool. Instead of sparkling blue water, the pool now contains stagnant, murky green liquid, a far cry from the lively retreat it must have been in its heyday. This transformation from a vibrant oasis to a neglected ruin underscores the stark decline of the property, leaving behind only faint echoes of its former glory. Constructed in 1987, this expansive estate spans over 20,000 square feet and includes 8 bedrooms and 16 bathrooms. Each room is outfitted with a private shower, jacuzzi tub, and steam shower, exemplifying ultimate comfort and opulence. Exploring the property reveals a multitude of spaces designed for both entertainment and relaxation. A library, wine cellar, and game room catered to intellectual pursuits and leisurely pastimes, while a home theater provided a venue for immersive movie nights. For those prioritizing health and wellness, the mansion featured a gym and sauna, ensuring residents could maintain their fitness routines without leaving the premises. Outside, the property included a lush garden and a tennis court, offering ample opportunities for outdoor recreation. The kitchen, the heart of the home, stood as a true culinary masterpiece. Equipped with 2 stovetops and a secondary half-kitchen on the terrace level, it was a haven for preparing gourmet meals and culinary experimentation. At its center stood a large stone island surrounded by a spacious and fully equipped cooking area. Adding to the mansion's charm were 5 fireplaces, scattered throughout its interior, bringing warmth and sophistication to the rooms they adorned. These fireplaces became gathering places, fostering a cozy atmosphere during chilly seasons. The outdoor amenities further enhanced the estate's grandeur. A detached 5-car garage with a second-floor living space provided additional convenience and accommodations. Adjacent to the 60, 0.000-gallon saltwater pool, a separate pool house offered a private retreat for leisure and relaxation, rounding out the estate's luxurious offerings. The lavish design and extensive amenities of P. Diddy's mansion make it clear that no expense was spared in crafting a luxurious and entertainment-focused retreat. Every detail reflected the rapper's penchant for extravagance and his appreciation for the finer things in life. After purchasing the estate in the early 2000s, P. Diddy envisioned an ambitious renovation project that would transform the property into a contemporary masterpiece. However, the 2008 housing crisis struck a significant financial blow, derailing his ability to move forward with the renovations as planned. Ultimately, the mansion was sold at auction in 2012, bringing P. Diddy's chapter of ownership to a close. The exact reasons behind the property's abandonment remain a mystery, fueling speculation and rumors. Some believe the financial strain caused by the housing crisis played a pivotal role in P. Diddy's decision to let go of the estate. Others theorize that his shifting priorities and focus on other business ventures may have drawn his attention away from the mansion. Whatever the true cause, the property's abandonment stands as a striking reminder of the volatile nature of the real estate market and the challenges that even the wealthiest individuals can face. Adding another layer of intrigue to the story, P. Diddy also owned Justin's restaurant in Buckhead and a separate home in Fayetteville during his time as the mansion's owner. Interestingly, Justin's restaurant closed in the same year the mansion was auctioned, hinting at a possible connection between the two events. Whether coincidental or not, the closure of these properties underscores the complexities and unpredictability of managing multiple high-profile assets. Michael Jordan's Highland Park home. Basketball legend and six-time NBA champion Michael Jordan made this house his home in 1991, shortly after claiming his first championship with the Chicago Bulls. Nestled on an expansive 7-acre estate, the home became a witness to the pivotal moments and victories of Jordan's legendary career. Purchased for $2 million, Jordan and his then-wife, Juanita Vanoy, spared no expense in tailoring the 9-bedroom mansion to their tastes. Among its standout features is a distinctive swimming pool, complete with a grass island centerpiece, one of many personal touches that set this property apart. However, following personal changes in his life, Jordan decided to sell the 2-story home in 2012, listing it with an attention-grabbing price of $29 million. The announcement of Jordan's home hitting the market created waves across the real estate and sports worlds. Luxury home collectors and Jordan fans alike were thrilled at the prospect of owning a piece of the basketball icon's life. Yet despite its undeniable allure and unique features, the Highland Park estate struggled to find a buyer. What followed was an unexpected and challenging journey to sell the property. Over the years, the asking price saw several reductions. In 2013, it dropped to $21 million, only to be relisted later that year at $16 million. Another cut followed in 2014, but since 2015, Jordan has held firm at $14.8 million. Interestingly, the price tag of $14,855,000 isn't random. It holds a personal significance for Jordan. The digits add up to 23, his iconic jersey number, which is also displayed prominently on the property's gates. So what makes selling this luxurious estate such a daunting task? Why, after more than a decade, has no one stepped forward to claim this extraordinary property? Despite its grandeur, personalization, and ties to one of the greatest athletes in history, the search for the right buyer remains as elusive as ever. Stepping inside Michael Jordan's house is like entering a world of unmatched luxury and masterful customization, a home that mirrors the basketball legend's exceptional career and refined taste. Spanning a staggering 56,000 square feet over 3 levels, this estate is packed with every imaginable high-end amenity. Let's explore what sets this property apart and makes it a true marvel of design and opulence. Upon entry, the house welcomes you with the glow of 5 fireplaces, combining warmth with an atmosphere of elegance. Sunlight pours in through large skylights, illuminating the interiors and highlighting their meticulous craftsmanship. At the heart of the home is the gourmet chef's kitchen, a paradise for culinary enthusiasts. Outfitted with cutting-edge appliances and premium finishes, it's a space where cooking becomes an art form. Entertainment options abound in this mansion, starting with a private movie theater designed for the ultimate cinematic experience. Whether watching a suspenseful thriller or an emotional drama, you can enjoy every moment in a setting of comfort and luxury. And for basketball fans, the home's regulation-size basketball gym is a standout feature. It's not just a space for play, it's a tribute to Jordan's legacy, offering the chance to shoot hoops on the very court where a legend once trained. The extravagance extends outdoors, where a circular infinity pool invites you to cool off while soaking in the serene beauty of the sprawling property. A putting green provides a space to perfect your golf game, while a tennis court awaits those ready for a friendly match. For moments of quiet indulgence, the cigar room offers a sophisticated retreat. Designed with Jordan's signature flair, it's a place to relax, enjoy a fine cigar, and reflect on life's accomplishments. The estate also features a 3-bedroom guest house, providing visitors with a private and luxurious stay. Over the years, this space has likely hosted numerous sports icons and celebrity friends, adding to the property's allure. From its extraordinary amenities to its personalized touches, this home is a living testament to Michael Jordan's iconic career and larger-than-life achievements. It's a seamless blend of luxury and comfort, offering an unrivaled living experience that celebrates success and legacy. First and foremost, it's important to recognize that selling million-dollar homes often requires significant time, even when their owners are celebrities. Properties priced over $10 million, especially those located outside high-demand luxury markets like Los Angeles or New York City, typically require patience to find the right buyer. So, what makes Michael Jordan's mansion stand out from other high-end homes? The answer lies in its extensive customization. Jordan poured millions into tailoring this estate to his exact tastes, turning it into a home that perfectly embodies his personality and preferences. However, the same level of personalization that makes the home unique also poses a challenge. Highly customized properties can alienate potential buyers whose tastes differ, as they may prefer a more neutral space to adapt to their own style. While some might admire the distinctive features and meticulous attention to detail, others might find the home too specific to Jordan's vision. The house's location also plays a role in its difficulty to sell. Highland Park, situated 25 miles from downtown Chicago, offers a peaceful, exclusive setting, but it may not appeal to buyers seeking the energy and convenience of a bustling urban environment. That said, Highland Park holds significant historical importance for Michael Jordan and his Chicago Bulls teammates. The community became a central hub for Bulls players, with stars like Scottie Pippen, Tony Kukoc, B.J. Armstrong, and even general manager Jerry Krause making their homes there. Its proximity to the Bulls' practice facility in nearby Deerfield made it an ideal choice for the team. Jordan's house also served as a pivotal gathering place for one of his most famous training rituals, the Breakfast Club. This early morning workout routine saw Jordan, along with teammates Scottie Pippen, Ron Harper, and Randy Brown, meeting at his house as early as 5 a.m. to put in intense training sessions before regular practice. This home was more than just a luxurious estate. It was a cornerstone of Jordan's success, providing both a personal retreat and a training ground for one of basketball's greatest dynasties. Despite the hurdles, Michael Jordan's mansion still holds a magnetic appeal for prospective buyers. Its storied past, deep ties to basketball legend, and extraordinary luxury amenities make it one of a kind. Though the property remains unsold, Jordan continues to cover annual property taxes exceeding $100,000, patiently waiting for the perfect buyer to come along. Someone ready to inherit both the legacy and the opulence this remarkable estate represents. Do you think Michael Jordan's mansion will sell within the next year? Type yes or no in the comments to share your prediction. Birdman's New Orleans mansion. In the late 2000s, rapper Brian Williams, better known as Birdman, was living a life of luxury in his extravagant New Orleans mansion. Spanning 10,948 square feet, this property, now valued at approximately $650,000, symbolized Birdman's rise to fame in the music industry. Featuring 5 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, and a host of lavish amenities, the mansion was a true testament to his success. Among its many features were hot tubs, a sauna, and a breathtaking swimming pool, all of which have since fallen into disrepair. Today, the pool and hot tubs resemble stagnant ponds, contributing to the eerie atmosphere that surrounds the abandoned estate. The mansion's master bedroom was especially remarkable, with a jacuzzi uniquely positioned beneath a fireplace, offering a blend of luxury and comfort. Throughout the home, white marble flooring added an element of sophistication and grandeur. The indulgence extended further with a private home theater, providing a space for Birdman to enjoy films in style. An elevator connected the mansion's various levels, while a glass-enclosed room with a private bar offered an elegant setting for entertaining guests. Beyond its extravagant living spaces, the mansion catered to Birdman's professional and creative pursuits. A 4-car garage housed his luxury vehicles, while the third floor featured a recording studio where he could work on his music in the privacy of his own home. Purchased in 2004 from former NFL star Pat Swilling, the property was meant to be a personal paradise for the rapper. However, just 1 year later, Hurricane Katrina struck, devastating New Orleans and leaving Birdman's cherished mansion significantly damaged. This natural disaster marked the beginning of the estate's decline, transforming it from a symbol of opulence into an abandoned relic of a bygone era. In August 2005, Hurricane Katrina descended upon New Orleans with devastating force, leaving widespread destruction in its path. Birdman's luxurious mansion was among the countless properties caught in the storm's relentless grip. As Katrina made landfall, fierce winds and torrential downpours ravaged the city, triggering massive flooding and overwhelming its infrastructure. The once immaculate and extravagant mansion was not spared from nature's wrath, suffering extensive damage as the storm unleashed its fury. Its walls and structure bore visible scars from the hurricane, and the resulting floods transformed the neglected pool and hot tubs into stagnant pond-like remnants as nature began to reclaim the property. Inside, the damage was equally heartbreaking. The white marble floors, once a hallmark of sophistication, showed clear signs of decay. The master bedroom, with its unique jacuzzi beneath the fireplace, no longer exuded luxury but instead reflected the destruction wrought by the storm. The private theater, once a space for entertainment and relaxation, had fallen into ruin, its screens torn and seating badly damaged. Even the recording studio where Birdman had channeled his creativity and passion for music had been reduced to a shadow of its former self, its purpose erased by the storm's impact. Hurricane Katrina's destruction extended far beyond Birdman's mansion. New Orleans as a whole was devastated, with countless homes, businesses, and landmarks either obliterated or left in ruin. Like many others in the city, Birdman was forced to abandon his once-beloved estate in the aftermath of the disaster. What had once been a vibrant and luxurious retreat now stands as a somber reminder of nature's overwhelming power and the enduring resilience of those who survived the storm. For over 15 years, Birdman's mansion has remained frozen in time, a haunting monument to the day Hurricane Katrina forever altered the landscape of New Orleans. Kanye West's Malibu mansion. Kanye West's House of Horrors began as a vision of luxury and artistic expression. In September 2021, Kanye made waves by purchasing an impressive $1.57 million Malibu mansion, spanning over 4,000 square feet. Overlooking the stunning ocean, the property was intended to become Kanye's ultimate dream home, an extravagant retreat that embodied his distinctive style and offered a refuge from the constant scrutiny of fame. Known for his larger-than-life personality and refined taste, Kanye had ambitious plans for the mansion. He envisioned it as a masterpiece of modern design, complete with cutting-edge amenities, lavish interiors, and striking architectural features. This Malibu property, situated in a prime location, promised not only jaw-dropping views, but also a sense of calm and privacy. For Kanye, it was meant to be more than just a home. It was to be a symbol of his success and creativity, a place where he could recharge, find inspiration, and enjoy the peace and beauty of the Pacific coastline. The mansion was set to reflect Kanye's journey, showcasing his rise to superstardom and his ability to dominate not just music but every endeavor he touched. However, what began as a dream quickly spiraled into a nightmare. Financial challenges and a string of misfortunes derailed Kanye's grand plans, turning what was meant to be a sanctuary into a symbol of unfulfilled potential. The once promising project was left unfinished, and the mansion fell into a state of neglect and abandonment, its promise of tranquility now replaced by a haunting sense of loss. As Kanye West set out to transform his Malibu mansion into a luxurious retreat, his ambitious plans were soon thwarted by a series of financial challenges. Despite his enormous success and wealth, Kanye was not immune to the unpredictable twists of the business world. Mounting debts, coupled with the loss of several brand partnerships, placed him in a precarious financial position. The mansion's once promising renovations came to an abrupt halt in November, as Kanye was forced to confront his financial struggles and reassess his priorities. What had been envisioned as a lavish sanctuary overlooking the ocean now stood as a stark symbol of his economic difficulties. Faced with the reality of his situation, Kanye made the difficult decision to pause the renovation efforts entirely. The mansion, once brimming with the potential for opulence, was left in a state of incompletion and decay. Instead of settling into the grandeur of the home he had dreamed of, Kanye and his reported wife, Bianca Censori, relocated to a nearby hotel in Malibu, a modest and temporary refuge in stark contrast to the life of luxury they had envisioned. New photos of the abandoned property revealed its deteriorating state, with rusting metal railings and an overall aura of neglect. The dream of creating an architectural masterpiece had crumbled, leaving behind a shell of what could have been a reflection of Kanye's own financial downturn. While halting the renovations was undoubtedly a difficult and humbling decision, it was a necessary step for Kanye to regain control over his finances. For someone who once dominated the music and fashion industries, this experience served as a sobering reminder that even the most successful individuals are not immune to setbacks. In conclusion, Kanye West's $1.57 million Malibu mansion has transformed into a stark emblem of his financial struggles. What was once envisioned as a luxurious oceanfront retreat now stands as a decaying reminder of the volatile nature of fame and fortune. The initial purchase was filled with excitement and promise. Kanye's vision of a personal paradise seemed attainable. However, financial hardships and the loss of major brand partnerships forced him to halt renovations, leaving the mansion abandoned and unfinished. Images of its deteriorating condition, with rusted railings and an air of neglect, paint a bleak picture of the property's current state. The mansion serves as a somber reminder that even the grandest aspirations can falter under the weight of financial instability. While Kanye and his reported wife, Bianca Censori, have taken refuge in a nearby hotel, the crumbling mansion remains a poignant symbol of unfulfilled potential. It reflects the dramatic highs and lows of Kanye's career, from his meteoric rise in the music and fashion industries to his controversies and personal challenges. On a scale of 0 to 5, how well do you think Kanye West managed his finances regarding the Malibu mansion? Comment with a number to share your thoughts. Steve Jobs' Jackling house. Steve Jobs' unearthly abandoned mansion, known as the Jackling house, tells a tale of history, prestige, and eventual decline. Located in Woodside, California, this grand estate was a beacon of Spanish colonial revival architecture. Designed in 1925 by the celebrated architect George Washington Smith. Renowned as the foremost master of this architectural style, Smith crafted a home that epitomized both opulence and timeless elegance. Originally built for Daniel Jackling, a copper mining magnate, the estate reflected its owner's wealth and refined tastes. With a sprawling 17,250 square feet and 30 lavishly designed rooms, the Jackling house stood as a true architectural marvel, captivating all who beheld it. Stepping inside the mansion reveals an interior just as impressive as its exterior. The entrance hall, with its stunning Spanish tiles and soaring ceiling, immediately sets a tone of grandeur. Ornate woodwork and intricate detailing flow throughout the home, showcasing the meticulous craftsmanship of a bygone era. Among the Jackling house's most extraordinary features was its built-in pipe organ, a centerpiece that embodied sophistication and artistry. This grand instrument, with its intricate pipes and melodious sound, was not only a nod to Jobs' appreciation for music, but also a symbol of his desire to surround himself with beauty and innovation in every facet of his life. The organ, like the home itself, stood as a testament to an era of exquisite design and artistic expression. Smith masterfully designed the Jackling house to blend seamlessly with its natural surroundings, creating a harmonious relationship between indoor and outdoor spaces. The landscaped gardens, meticulously crafted and maintained, offered a peaceful escape from the hustle and bustle of daily life. At the heart of the estate was a grand traditional courtyard, adorned with open-air balconies and cozy seating areas, perfect for social gatherings or moments of quiet reflection. Spanning 6 acres, the estate provided a true sanctuary, offering unparalleled privacy and seclusion, tucked away behind its stately gates. For Steve Jobs, it was an oasis, a place to step away from the pressures of his high-stakes career and find solace in the tranquility of his environment. Wandering through the mansion, one is struck by the seamless transition between the interiors and the outdoors. Expansive windows and French doors flood the rooms with natural light, creating an inviting sense of openness while framing breathtaking views of the lush gardens. This effortless flow underscores Smith's brilliance as an architect, his ability to balance functionality with aesthetic appeal. The Jackling house was more than just a home. It embodied a legacy of artistic and architectural excellence. For Jobs, it symbolized his deep appreciation for beauty and his drive to create spaces that inspire. Yet despite its historical significance and grandeur, Jobs' vision for the future would ultimately lead him to make a controversial decision. The home that once reflected his success and dedication to excellence would, in time, face an unexpected fate. The story of the Jackling house is not just about its past splendor, but also about the choices that would seal its destiny. In May 2009, Jobs won approval from the Woodside Town Council to demolish the estate under the condition that it be disassembled and relocated. By February 2011, the mansion was dismantled piece by piece, bringing an end to Jobs' lengthy battle. Just 8 months later, on October 5, 2011, Jobs passed away from pancreatic cancer. While the Jackling house no longer stands, its story endures as a symbol of Jobs' determination and his relentless pursuit of his vision, even in the face of intense opposition. 20 worst nymphomaniacs from Hollywood Golden Age.
It's true. I'll prove it to you.
Hollywood's Golden Age wasn't just about glitz and glamour. It hid some of the most scandalous secrets ever whispered in Tinseltown. Behind the cameras, some of the biggest stars burned with desires that couldn't be tamed, defying norms and breaking all the rules. Affairs, addictions, and obsessions turned their lives into headline-grabbing dramas. But who were the most notorious? And how did their passions shape their rise and their fall? Get ready to uncover the shocking stories of the 20 worst nymphomaniacs from Hollywood's Golden Age. Brace yourself, because behind every glittering spotlight lies a shadow. Joan Crawford. Joan Crawford was one of Hollywood's most enduring stars, her name synonymous with glamour, grit, and unrelenting ambition. Rising from humble beginnings as a dancer, Crawford climbed her way to the pinnacle of stardom during the Golden Age. Starring in classics such as Mildred Pierce, a role that earned her an Academy Award. While her on-screen persona radiated elegance and tenacity, her private life was a swirl of passion, power, and calculated seduction. Accusations of leveraging her sexuality to further her career have lingered as part of Crawford's lore. She was infamously linked to MGM's Louis B. Mayer, with rumors suggesting she knew how to use her charms to secure the roles she craved. Her love life was equally tumultuous, marked by 4 marriages, including unions with actors Douglas Fairbanks Jr. and Franchot Tone. Behind the scenes, whispers of clandestine affairs with both men and women added layers to her mystique. Relationships with Barbara Stanwyck and even Marilyn Monroe were rumored but never confirmed, contributing to speculation about Crawford's bisexuality, an orientation she never publicly addressed in her lifetime. Her strong, domineering personality only deepened her intrigue. Joan played by her own rules, and that terrified people, noted a contemporary biographer. Labeled a sex freak by some, Crawford seemed undeterred by such judgment, embracing her independence and exuding a confidence that often made her peers uneasy.
But I think that's far more sexy.
Do you think you would do the thing, though?
I would not.
Yet beneath the salacious gossip and her commanding image lay a woman of profound complexity. Her need for control in love and work spoke to a deep-seated vulnerability born from a turbulent upbringing. Joan Crawford's sexual exploits, real or rumored, ultimately underscored her relentless pursuit of success and the dualities that made her both feared and revered in Hollywood's unforgiving spotlight. Ava Gardner. Ava Gardner's unparalleled beauty and unrestrained zest for life made her one of the most captivating stars of Hollywood's golden age. Rising to fame in films such as The Killers and Mogambo, her smoldering presence on screen was matched only by her audacious off-screen exploits. Gardner's life was a tempest of passion, adventure, and defiance of convention, solidifying her status as a symbol of sexual liberation. Her most infamous relationship was with Frank Sinatra, a love affair so tempestuous that it became the stuff of Hollywood legend. Their marriage, marked by intense jealousy and fiery confrontations, reflected the depths of Gardner's passion. "We loved each other madly," Gardner once remarked, "but we fought even harder." Her candor extended beyond her famous marriage. She was unapologetic about her preference for younger men and her liaisons with Spanish bullfighters whom she admired for their bravery and virility. Among her high-profile relationships were dalliances with Howard Hughes and Ernest Hemingway, both of whom were entranced by her wild spirit and uninhibited charm. Hemingway, a kindred soul, once described Gardner as the bravest woman I've ever known, a testament to her refusal to bow to societal norms. Ava Gardner's life was lived with unapologetic gusto. Her refusal to hide her desires or conform to Hollywood's expectations made her a beacon of independence in a time when such behavior was often met with condemnation. Gardner's legacy as a woman who embraced adventure, excitement, and her own sexuality remains as enduring as her unforgettable screen performances. Lana Turner. Lana Turner, the sweater girl whose beauty lit up classics like The Postman Always Rings Twice, became as famous for her tumultuous personal life as for her silver screen triumphs. Her reputation as a femme fatale extended far beyond her roles, encompassing a real-life saga of passion, scandal, and tragedy that captivated Hollywood and the tabloids. Turner's love life was a whirlwind of desire and chaos. Married 7 times, she frequently gravitated toward younger men, chasing passion as fervently as fame. Her affair with mobster Johnny Stompanato epitomized her entanglement with danger. Their volatile relationship culminated in one of Hollywood's darkest moments, a fatal confrontation where Turner's teenage daughter, Cheryl Crane, stabbed Stompanato to death in what was ruled justifiable homicide. The sensational trial only deepened the mystique surrounding Turner's life. Despite the gossip branding her a nympho, Turner's voracious pursuit of love masked a yearning for stability. She wanted to be adored, a contemporary observed, but she seemed to attract the storm. Turner's mix of glamour and vulnerability captivated audiences, but her life's violence and tragedy underscored a deeper emotional struggle. She remained a symbol of Hollywood excess, a woman unafraid to pursue desire, even at the cost of peace, and whose beauty always cloaked the chaos beneath. Tallulah Bankhead. Tallulah Bankhead, the magnetic star of stage and screen, was a force of nature whose uninhibited lifestyle shocked even the most jaded circles of Hollywood's golden age. Renowned for her powerful performances in plays like The Little Foxes and films such as Lifeboat, Bankhead's talent was undeniable, but it was her unapologetic embrace of pleasure that made her a legend. Bankhead hosted infamous parties teeming with debauchery, where alcohol, drugs, and uninhibited revelry reigned supreme. Her sexual appetites were the stuff of law, spanning numerous lovers of both genders. She was romantically linked to luminaries like Greta Garbo and Marlene Dietrich, yet never limited herself to the confines of monogamy or discretion. "My father warned me about men and booze," Bankhead famously quipped, but he never said anything about women and cocaine. In an era when conformity ruled, Bankhead openly flaunted her affairs and lived as she pleased, earning labels like nymphomaniac in a society eager to pathologize her daring. Her substance abuse and wild antics sometimes overshadowed her talent, yet she remained a captivating figure, a symbol of rebellion. Beneath her devil-may-care exterior was a woman determined to live authentically, no matter how much it scandalized or thrilled those around her. Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn Monroe, Hollywood's eternal sex symbol, remains the embodiment of sensuality and vulnerability. From her iconic roles in Some Like It Hot and Gentlemen Prefer Blondes to her unforgettable Happy Birthday, Mr. President serenade, Monroe's breathy allure made her the ultimate fantasy. Yet beneath the gleaming exterior lay a woman tormented by inner demons and an insatiable craving for love and validation. Her tumultuous personal life was as legendary as her career. Monroe's high-profile marriages to baseball legend Joe DiMaggio and playwright Arthur Miller both ended in heartbreak, unable to withstand the pressures of her fame and insecurities. Her illicit affair with President John F. Kennedy not only cemented her reputation as a symbol of forbidden desire, but also cast her as a political liability. Marilyn needed men to love her, but never figured out how to love herself, observed a close friend. Despite her provocatively crafted public persona, Monroe often felt trapped by the very image that brought her success. Her relationships, though passionate, were marred by self-doubt and dependency. In seeking connection through sexuality, she exposed her deepest wounds. Monroe's unquenchable desires reflected both her allure and her tragedy, a star consumed by the flames of her own mythology. Love this video? Show some love with a like and a subscribe. Hate it? A like would still be awesome, and your feedback in the comments will help me improve. Errol Flynn. Errol Flynn, the rakish heartthrob of Captain Blood and the Adventures of Robin Hood, was the very embodiment of Hollywood's swashbuckling fantasies, both on-screen and off. With his piercing eyes, devilish charm, and effortless charisma, Flynn became a symbol of virile allure, but his hedonistic lifestyle and insatiable appetites soon earned him infamy as one of Tinseltown's most scandalous figures. Flynn's love for younger women sparked outrage and legal trouble, most notoriously in 1942, when he stood trial for statutory rape involving two underage girls. Though acquitted, the trial tarnished his reputation and gave rise to the phrase "in like Flynn," a cheeky nod to his sexual exploits. Flynn's mansion was the epicenter of debauchery, hosting legendary parties filled with alcohol, drugs, and reportedly orgies. He delighted in shocking even the most jaded Hollywood insiders, once boasting, "I like my whiskey old and my women young." Flynn's unabashed indulgence in sex, drugs, and excess left a trail of scandal, yet he remained magnetic, a rogue who refused to curb his desires. Beneath the bravado lay a restless spirit, seeking escape from a stardom he both loved and resented. Flynn's life was a headlong plunge into pleasure, leaving behind a legacy as dazzling and reckless as the man himself. Elizabeth Taylor. Elizabeth Taylor, with her violet eyes and magnetic presence, was one of the most iconic figures of Hollywood's golden age. A star of legendary films such as Cleopatra, Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, and Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. Taylor's acting prowess was matched only by the drama of her personal life. Her storied romances and marriages, 8 in total to 7 different men, cemented her as a symbol of both passion and excess, earning her the tabloid nickname Nympho, a label that reflected society's fascination with her unbridled pursuit of love. Taylor's relationship with Richard Burton became the archetype of a fiery Hollywood romance. Their affair, ignited on the set of Cleopatra, was so scandalous it drew condemnation from the Vatican. Their union, filled with passion, jealousy, and obsession, became the talk of the world. The two married and divorced twice, their mutual alcoholism and tempestuous arguments fueling a connection that was as destructive as it was magnetic. Burton famously quipped, "You can't keep clapping a couple of sticks of dynamite together without expecting them to blow up." Her love life began making headlines early on with her scandalous marriage to Nicky Hilton, marked by abuse and heartbreak, and her affair with Eddie Fisher, which broke up his marriage to Debbie Reynolds. Through it all, Taylor remained unapologetic. "I've only slept with men I've been married to," she cheekily remarked, adding, "How many women can make that claim?" Elizabeth Taylor's larger-than-life persona transcended the scandal. Her insatiable appetite for life and love painted a picture of a woman who lived on her terms, for better or worse. Beneath the public's fascination with her romantic exploits was a vulnerable, fiercely loyal individual who loved deeply, often to her own detriment. Taylor's legacy is one of fiery brilliance, both as an artist and a woman who dared to live passionately in the face of relentless scrutiny. Vivien Leigh. Vivien Leigh, immortalized as Scarlett O'Hara in Gone with the Wind and Blanche Dubois in A Streetcar Named Desire, was a woman whose exquisite beauty and talent were matched by a tempestuous private life. Her passionate affair and subsequent marriage to Laurence Olivier captivated the world, yet the romance that seemed destined for perfection unraveled in the shadow of her worsening bipolar disorder.
Entirely. She may think she wants to say that to everybody, men, women, and children. I don't think men are all that important.
Leigh's manic episodes often manifested in impulsive and self-destructive behaviors, including sexual promiscuity. Even during her marriage to Olivier, she engaged in affairs with both men and women, her fragile mental state intensifying her need for connection and validation. She was electric, intoxicating, but utterly unpredictable, recalled a contemporary. Leigh's sexuality, perceived as dangerous and uncontrollable, furthered the mystique surrounding her. Despite her struggles, Leigh's allure never waned. Her piercing eyes and magnetic presence remained irresistible to admirers, even as her personal life became increasingly erratic. The public often conflated her mental health issues with her sensuality, viewing her as both tragic and untamed. Leigh's tumultuous love life, shaped by both her desires and her inner turmoil, enhanced her mythic status. She was a woman of extraordinary beauty and talent, whose uncontainable passions revealed the fragility of a star burdened by both brilliance and darkness. Hedy Lamarr. Hedy Lamarr, often hailed as the most beautiful woman in the world, mesmerized audiences with her exotic allure in films like Samson and Delilah and Algiers. Yet Lamarr's allure wasn't confined to the silver screen. Her sexual liberation, scandalous personal life, and fearless pursuit of pleasure made her a lightning rod for both adoration and controversy. Lamarr first shocked audiences with her daring nude scenes in Ecstasy, 1933, a European film that solidified her reputation as a symbol of unrestrained sensuality. In Hollywood, her string of 6 marriages and countless rumored affairs, including with aviation tycoon Howard Hughes, earned her the label of a sex freak in an era that vilified women for defying traditional roles. Known to attend extravagant parties rife with sexual experimentation, Lamarr challenged societal expectations with unapologetic confidence. "Any girl can be glamorous," she once remarked. "All you have to do is stand still and look stupid." But Lamarr was far from just a pretty face. Her co-invention of frequency-hopping technology, later used in Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, revealed a brilliant mind often overlooked by a public fixated on her beauty and sexuality. Lamarr's duality, her intellect and sensuality, marked her as a complex, groundbreaking figure who refused to conform, cementing her legacy as a trailblazing enigma. Ingrid Bergman, beloved star of classics like Casablanca and Gaslight, was revered for her wholesome beauty and luminous talent. But behind her angelic screen persona was a woman who shattered societal expectations, risking her career and reputation to follow her heart. Her passionate affair with Italian director Roberto Rossellini ignited one of the most infamous scandals in Hollywood history. While still married to her first husband, Bergman fell in love with Rossellini during the filming of Stromboli. Their romance, resulting in a child born out of wedlock, sent shockwaves around the world. In a particularly damning turn, the US Senate denounced her as a perverted instrument of evil. The backlash was swift and brutal, effectively exiling her from Hollywood at the height of her career. Unlike other stars infamous for promiscuity, Bergman's scandal stemmed from her refusal to conform to societal norms. She unapologetically prioritized her desires and happiness over public opinion, defying the moral rigidity of her time. "I've gone from saint to whore and back to saint again, all in one lifetime," Bergman later reflected. Her fall from grace and eventual redemption underscored the precarious position of women in Hollywood. Bergman's defiance revealed her courage, a testament to a woman who dared to live authentically, no matter the cost. Do you think Ingrid Bergman was a trailblazer for women's rights or a reckless celebrity who disregarded societal norms? Comment trailblazer or reckless to share your opinion. Joan Blondell. Joan Blondell, with her sparkling eyes and infectious charm, lit up the screen in classics like Gold Diggers of 1933 and Footlight Parade. Renowned for her sultry, street-smart characters, Blondell's off-screen life mirrored the independence and vivacity she brought to her roles. In an era when Hollywood's leading ladies were expected to conform to rigid societal norms, Blondell defied expectations with her sexual liberation and fierce independence. A veteran of 3 marriages, including a high-profile union with cinematographer George Barnes and another with director Mike Todd, Blondell's love life was fodder for tabloid gossip. Though her relationships were less scandal-ridden than those of her contemporaries, her candid embrace of sexuality and refusal to bow to Hollywood's moral conventions earned her a reputation as a liberated woman. She reportedly had affairs with influential men in the industry, further cementing her image as someone who navigated the male-dominated world of Hollywood on her own terms. Blondell's wit and charm added to her enduring appeal. She once remarked, "I've played every character under the sun, except dull." This ethos extended to her personal life, where she lived unapologetically. Blondell's legacy as a woman who balanced glamour, humor, and independence remains a testament to her unique place in Hollywood's golden age. Veronica Lake. Veronica Lake, the enigmatic star of This Gun for Hire and The Blue Dahlia, captivated audiences with her trademark peekaboo hairstyle and sultry allure. Her on-screen roles as a seductive femme fatale mirrored her tumultuous off-screen life, where beauty and desire often led to heartbreak and self-destruction. Lake's personal struggles were as dramatic as her films. Multiple failed marriages and a reputation for being difficult on set tarnished her career, even as her stunning looks remained iconic. Her affairs with powerful men in Hollywood further fueled whispers, painting her as a woman both desired and derided. As her star dimmed, struggles with alcoholism exacerbated her downfall, and her sexual allure, once her greatest asset, became a liability in an industry obsessed with youth and perfection. Lake's relationships often reflected her fragility, with some seeing her liaisons as a desperate bid for stability amid chaos. Veronica had the beauty of a goddess but carried the weight of her own tragedy, a biographer noted. Ultimately, Lake's career decline and personal demons rendered her a tragic figure, one whose fame was built on a sexuality that Hollywood embraced, exploited, and discarded. Yet her enduring mystique remains a testament to the complexity and vulnerability of a star who lived as captivatingly as she performed. David Duchovny. David Duchovny, best known for his iconic roles in The X-Files and Californication, shocked the world when his off-screen struggles mirrored the hedonistic tendencies of his on-screen persona in Californication. In 2008, Duchovny publicly admitted to sex addiction, a revelation that strained his marriage to actress Téa Leoni and culminated in a stint in rehab. The irony of playing Hank Moody, a charming but self-destructive writer with an unquenchable appetite for sex, was not lost on fans. Duchovny's real-life confession blurred the lines between reality and fiction, prompting a media frenzy that scrutinized his personal life. "I'm voluntarily entering a facility for the treatment of sex addiction," he stated at the time, choosing transparency over secrecy in addressing his struggles. His candid admission revealed the hidden cost of fame and desire. While Duchovny's addiction strained his family life, he also used the experience as an opportunity for personal growth. Fans admired his vulnerability, seeing him as a man unafraid to confront his demons. Duchovny's journey from scandal to self-awareness marked a turning point in how Hollywood approached discussions of addiction. It painted him as a complex figure, both flawed and courageous, who dared to reclaim his narrative, much like the layered characters he so often portrays. Eric Bennett. Eric Bennett, celebrated for his velvety vocals on hits like Spend My Life With You, saw his personal life overshadow his musical career when his marriage to Oscar-winning actress Halle Berry unraveled in the early 2000s. At the heart of their split was Bennett's admitted infidelity, which he initially attributed to sex addiction, a claim that sparked widespread controversy and permanently altered his public image. In 2002, Bennett entered rehab for sex addiction, a move that seemed to confirm the rumors swirling around his marriage. The admission was seen as both a confession and an attempt at redemption. "I was acting out in ways that hurt people I loved," he later reflected, though years after the scandal, Bennett retracted the addiction claim, calling it a convenient excuse. The contradiction fueled public fascination, with many questioning the sincerity of his efforts to address his behavior. The fallout from the scandal was immense, particularly given Berry's status as America's sweetheart. While Bennett eventually found personal and professional stability, the affair marked him as a man whose temptations nearly eclipsed his talents. His journey, fraught with missteps and soul-searching, remains a cautionary tale about the delicate balance between fame, love, and the human flaws that often disrupt them. Nicole Narain. Nicole Narain, a former Playboy playmate and model, brought her stunning beauty to the pages of the iconic magazine in 2002, securing her place in the spotlight. However, her fame became entangled with the more complicated aspects of her personal life when she openly admitted to struggling with sex addiction. In an industry where sensuality is often commodified, Narain's candid acknowledgement of her compulsive behaviors and subsequent journey to seek treatment set her apart as both vulnerable and courageous. Narain's struggle with sex addiction became public when she participated in Sex Rehab with Dr. Drew, a reality show that chronicled her path toward understanding and managing her condition. She spoke openly about the ways her compulsive desires had impacted her relationships and self-esteem, a rarity in an era where discussions about sex addiction were still largely stigmatized. "It's not about pleasure. It's about filling a void," she explained, offering insight into the psychological roots of the condition. Her willingness to confront her addiction publicly helped demystify the issue, raising awareness about the distinction between healthy sexual expression and compulsive, destructive behaviors. Narain's story became a rallying point for conversations about mental health and the pressures of maintaining a hypersexualized image in the public eye. By sharing her experiences, Narain not only reclaimed her narrative, but also contributed to broader societal understanding of sex addiction as a legitimate and treatable condition. Her journey serves as a poignant reminder that behind the glamorous facade often lies a deeper struggle for self-acceptance and healing. Do you think Nicole Narain's decision to speak publicly about her sex addiction was admirable or selfish? Other specify in comments. Let us know your thoughts. Michael Douglas. Michael Douglas, the Oscar-winning star of Wall Street and Basic Instinct, epitomized the suave, ambitious characters he so often portrayed. Yet in the 1990s, Douglas's personal life became a topic of public intrigue when he sought treatment for sex addiction, a revelation that sparked widespread speculation about the darker side of his glittering Hollywood persona. Douglas's admission came amidst the collapse of his first marriage to Deandra Luca, with his infidelity often cited as a contributing factor. While he acknowledged seeking help for compulsive behaviors, Douglas later clarified that the issues were more nuanced than the sensationalized label of sex addiction. It was never just about sex, he explained in a later interview, suggesting that his struggles were tied to deeper emotional challenges and the pressures of fame. The scandal briefly threatened to overshadow Douglas's illustrious career, but his candidness ultimately allowed him to reclaim the narrative. His later marriage to actress Catherine Zeta-Jones and a quieter personal life seemed to mark a new chapter for the star. Douglas's story underscored the complexity of addiction and the courage required to confront it. By addressing his challenges head-on, he not only preserved his career, but also shed light on the nuanced realities of celebrity and personal growth in the public eye. Charlie Sheen. Charlie Sheen, the star of 2.5 Men and Platoon, became as infamous for his off-screen antics as he was famous for his acting. Known for his relationships with countless women, including several adult film performers, Sheen's personal life spiraled into a public spectacle of excess, addiction, and controversy. By 2015, Sheen's tumultuous history took a dramatic turn when he revealed he was HIV positive, a diagnosis he had kept private for years. This disclosure cast his past behavior, including his notorious goddess companions and public meltdowns, in a more sobering light. While his compulsive relationships with women drew media attention, Sheen's erratic lifestyle was largely attributed to substance abuse and mental health struggles, rather than a clinical addiction to sex. Sheen himself often leaned into his chaotic persona, dubbing his behavior winning and reveling in his reputation as a bad boy of epic proportions. However, the revelation of his health status marked a turning point. "I have to own my truth," he said, framing his disclosure as a step toward accountability and self-awareness. Sheen's story serves as both a cautionary tale and a humanizing reminder of the consequences of unchecked excess. His fall from grace underscored the fragility of fame and the importance of addressing underlying issues beyond the spotlight. Tiger Woods, once the untouchable face of professional golf, saw his pristine image shatter in 2009 when revelations of multiple infidelities rocked his personal and professional life. The scandal, which came to light after a car crash outside his Florida home, revealed a web of extramarital affairs that led to the end of his marriage to Elin Nordegren and sent shockwaves through the sports world. Woods publicly admitted to struggling with sex addiction and entered rehab to address his compulsive behavior. "I thought I could get away with anything I wanted to," he later confessed, acknowledging the hubris that fueled his actions. The fallout was severe. Sponsors dropped him, fans turned away, and his once legendary dominance on the golf course faltered. Despite the scandal, Woods gradually rebuilt his career and reputation. His 2019 Masters victory was a triumphant moment, proving that resilience could follow even the most public of downfalls. His journey, however, remained a cautionary tale about the pitfalls of fame and the personal toll of living under relentless public scrutiny. While the infidelities and addiction damaged his legacy, Woods's willingness to confront his flaws and fight for redemption underscored his humanity, adding depth to the story of an athlete once thought to be invincible. Jesse James, the tattooed bad boy and custom motorcycle magnate, was thrust into the harsh glare of public scrutiny in 2010 when his marriage to Hollywood darling Sandra Bullock ended in a firestorm of infidelity accusations. Known for his rough-around-the-edges persona, James's betrayal of one of America's most beloved actresses made him a target of intense criticism, with the media dubbing him the most hated man in America. The revelations of his affairs with multiple women, including a controversial relationship with model Michelle "Bombshell" McGee, came just days after Bullock's triumphant Oscar win for The Blind Side. Speculation swirled about whether James's behavior stemmed from sex addiction, but unlike other celebrities caught in similar scandals, he never publicly claimed the label or sought treatment for it. Instead, James admitted to making grave mistakes, saying, "I took a perfectly good life and threw it away." The scandal not only ended his 5-year marriage to Bullock, but also significantly damaged his public image. Though James later attempted to rebuild his life and career, the betrayal left an indelible mark. His story remains a cautionary tale of how personal failings can derail even the most enviable lives, proving that no amount of fame or success can shield one from the consequences of betrayal. Angelina Jolie, a modern Hollywood icon, became known for her unbridled intensity, both on screen and in her personal life, emerging as a striking force in the late 1990s with roles in films like Gia and Girl Interrupted, the latter earning her an Academy Award. Jolie captivated audiences with her raw talent and enigmatic allure. Beyond her performances, her life off-screen fed the public's fascination, a melange of impassioned relationships, boundary-pushing interviews, and a magnetic, rebellious energy that defined her as much as her art. Jolie's frankness about her sexuality, including her proclivity for bold and unconventional experiences, cemented her status as a provocateur. In interviews, she spoke openly about her preferences and past explorations. including her marriage to Billy Bob Thornton, which was punctuated by public displays of affection and quirky rituals, such as wearing vials of each other's blood. "I need more than just physical passion," Jolie once admitted, "but when it's there, it's all-consuming." These revelations, coupled with her unabashed embrace of sensuality, created an image of a woman unafraid to live authentically and unapologetically. Despite the intensity of her personal life, it is crucial to avoid conflating Jolie's openness with clinical or compulsive behavior. Her candor about sex and relationships contributed to her mystique, but also highlighted a nuanced individual willing to confront taboos and societal expectations. In later years, as a humanitarian and mother, Jolie evolved her image, showing a depth and complexity that transcended her early reputation. Jolie's legacy underscores the importance of separating sensationalism from substance. Her openness reflects a modern defiance of repression and a reclamation of autonomy far removed from the pathological implications of terms like nymphomania. Her story is one of a multifaceted artist whose passions, though fiery and sometimes controversial, always seemed rooted in a search for connection and meaning. These abandoned celebrity mansions are more than just empty homes. They're powerful reminders that even fame and fortune can't guarantee happiness or stability. From Hurricane Katrina's devastation to financial downfalls and forgotten legacies, they show us how quickly life can change, even for the world's most successful. They also remind us that our choices, no matter how grand, have lasting consequences. If you enjoyed exploring these haunting stories, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Iconic Insider for more fascinating tales from the lives of the rich and famous. Hit that notification bell so you never miss a story. And if you're curious about the scandals Hollywood tried to sweep under the rug, don't miss our previous video, Top 20 Biggest Scandals That Hollywood Tried to Hide. It's packed with jaw-dropping secrets and shocking twists you won't believe. Click now to watch. It's waiting for you on the end screen. See you in the next one.